Joining us now is real estate expert Michael Walsh, but he does that and a whole lot more. Welcome to the show. How are you?
Donna, thank you, and thank you for having me today.
You had a really inspirational journey. Your mom, right? You loved your mom.
Yeah.
And you know I love my mom, right? And we talked about this. You grew up in a family, I guess that was, I guess you could use the word poverty. You grew up in a situation of poverty, right?
Yes,
But passion and love, right?
yes.
Some of those things that you can never replace with money, right?
No.
Love is forever, everlasting.
Well, that's what she taught me. She
So
taught
tell
me.
us about that. Tell
Yeah.
us about your mom.
You know, she never let on exactly how bad we had it. And everybody has things from childhood, but we were on welfare and we were on food stamps and free cheese and free butter, but she never made it seem that way. You know, when we got on a city bus, she knew the driver, she knew the other passengers. She would laugh so hard that I actually wanted her to be normal. And as a child, it's cringeworthy. But then you learn to figure out and appreciate what she taught me.
Okay. Now, when you said you wanted your mom to be normal, right?
Yes.
What did you mean by that? What was her diagnosis or her personality that was sometimes also challenging for you?
Well, no, she just talked to everybody. There wasn't anyone, the bus driver knew her name, the other passengers would know her, the receptionist at the dentist, everybody knew Kathy. She
Okay.
would crack her gum,
Right.
and she would just talk and bother everyone.
So she was friendly.
Yes.
And I just want to let you know, like, I'm that kind of mom too, where sometimes my kids like elbow me, or they're like kick me under the table, or because I'll either laugh too loud or I'll applaud for somebody that's like giving a speech because I want to show my appreciation for them, right? So sometimes it's awkward.
I do the same thing. Like when we're in Disney World, the kids would say, "Dad, are you going to talk to everyone today?" And I'm like, "I'm going to try."
So you're like a chip off the old block.
Exactly.
Okay, so from poverty to the paddock, tell us about that.
Well, I use real estate. That's what I do. That's not exactly who I am. 21 years, I've done it my way. I've done it the right way. I put people first. I sound like a Hallmark card when you say it. You treat everybody the way you want to be treated. It's that simple. And at the same token, it's not about collecting money and collecting things. It's about living life. You have to string good moments together because at the end of the day, that's all you have. Tomorrow's not promised to anyone. And sometimes there's signs. Yesterday, we're at the Chinese restaurant, and the fortune cookie said, "Do what you want to do. Tomorrows are not promised." And it
Wow.
was a perfect card for how I try and live my life.
Every day you do that. You're
Every
committed
day.
to that, one day at a time.
Yes, and enjoy it. And whether it's sitting down watching Christmas movies all day in a December day, that's what I enjoy at that moment. Do what you enjoy.
You also enjoy horses.
Well, that's
Tell me about that.
well, one
Yeah.
of my good memories from childhood was going to the racetrack, and they're very majestic animals, and the smells and the sounds. And I have a bucket list, and I recommend everyone do a bucket list. But when you have a bucket list, you have to cross things off. Otherwise, it's useless. And
Take action toward that.
exactly. And one of my items that was on my bucket list the longest was owning a racehorse. And with my childhood, you would never think it was possible, but it was. I found a partner, my fraternity brother, who also said to me his dream was owning racehorses. And before he finished his sentence, "Do you want to?" I said yes.
You're in, I'm in.
I'm in.
Giddy up, let's go.
Yes, we pooled our resources for 1 year. We thought if nothing successful, at least we're owners for a year. It turned out that was in 2020, and now we're 4 years in. Almost half a dozen racehorses we've owned, and it's been such a wonderful journey.
Half a dozen. And now you have two, right?
We have two now.
And what are their names?
Bobby the Tank,
Okay.
we may be renting out for birthday parties soon because he's
Bobby the
not
Tank.
great. Yeah,
Okay, so
but
he might be slowing down a little bit.
yeah, we're going to
Okay.
get a buggy for him for Central Park.
Okay.
But then we have What's Up Bro, who actually he won in March, so we expect big things from him.
What's up, bro?
Yeah, and we ended up winning 5 times in the winner's circle over the years, including at Saratoga, which is the mecca of horse racing.
Wow, congratulations.
Thanks, Donna.
Congratulations. And I know that the Belmont track right now is going to be going through construction for a couple of years, right? So they're going to be running it at Saratoga?
Saratoga during the summers,
Okay.
but at Aqueduct the rest of the year until 2026 when they have the grand reopening of Belmont
Okay.
Racetrack.
Now, Saratoga's track, I thought all racetracks were like the same length, but they're not. Not
They're
all of them
all-
are built the same, right?
Right, they all have different
Distances, I guess?
distances, and the Belmont Stakes was just at Saratoga, and this is the first time it wasn't a mile and a half.
Okay.
It was only a mile and a quarter.
Interesting. I wonder how the horses adjust to that. I guess you have a conversation with them. You say, by the way, just let you know, it's a little shorter.
I've
Like,
had a few talks with Bobby the Tank. It doesn't. I can't seem to get through to him.
No?
Not enough carrots and mints are helping him out.
Understood. And no Triple Crown winner this year, correct? Because in order to have the Triple Crown winner, what races do they have to win?
They have to win the Kentucky Derby, the Preakness Stakes, and the Belmont Stakes.
Okay.
And since we had two different winners on the first two races, this one wasn't a Triple Crown race. But I'm glad since it was a different distance. So
Gotcha.
yeah.
So fun though, right?
It's nothing like going to the racetrack and feeling the ground, the sound, and of course the smell, sometimes good, sometimes bad, but it's all part of the experience.
Beautiful. And you're bringing that friendliness, right, to the transactions that you're doing for people's homes, you know, and that feeling of giving them like the key to like a new journey, the same as like every time a horse races.
Exactly. Every client, it could be my 100th client for the year, but it's their first time. And most people are in their homes 20, 30, 40 years. They don't do this every day. They really need to hold their hand and be walked through the transaction because it's new for them. And this is their retirement money. A lot of people don't have savings. So they need everything they can get, and they need to speak to a trusted realtor. And I'm not the only one. There are 82,000 realtors in the state. I can't cross the street without tripping over another one. But there's a portion of us are honest and trustworthy, and do your due diligence to speak to a trustworthy, somebody you can trust your house with.
But just like there's only like one, right? One racehorse is unique. Michael Walsh, you are one of a kind. You are an oak. OOAK, one of a kind. And I know that about you. And I know that when you're working on these real estate transactions, that you are bringing that winner's circle experience to each and every person.
Yes.
So thank you for joining us today.
Great. Thank you
All
for
my
having
best
me.
to you.
Thank you, Donna.
And to all the moms, like my mom, your mom,
Yes.
thank you.
Thank
you
you.
for the inspiration,
Yes.
right?
Thank you.
Be well.
Thanks.
Poverty to the paddock. You did it,
Yes,
man.
yes, thank
Way
you,
to go.
Donna. Thank
There
you.
you go. There you go. Be your own best friend, right? And in everything you do, get to that winner's circle because we believe in you, you know, and if we can do it, we know that you can too. Thank you for watching.